Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Series University, I warmly welcome our speakers, industry professionals, faculty members, and aspiring management students to this National E-Conference on Pharma MBA. The pharmaceutical industry today is evolving rapidly, moving beyond traditional roles into areas like strategic marketing, market access, analytics, consulting, and global business leadership. A MBA is no longer just a degree, it is a strategic pathway that brings scientific knowledge with managerial excellence. Through this conference, our aim is to provide clarity, direction, and real world insights into career opportunities, industry expectations, and how aspiring professionals can position themselves for success in this dynamic domain. We are privileged to have with us experienced industry leaders and academic experts who will share their valuable perspectives and practical experiences. Let's begin this enriching session and explore the future of Pharma MBA together. We welcome you all, sir.
Thank you so much, Prasad.
Thank you,
Thank
Yes,
you
Prashant.
sir.
so much.
Yes, sir. Before starting, a quick gist में we want to know what exactly is Pharma MBA.
See, Pharma MBA is an amalgamation blend of pharmacy and management education. Okay. Earlier we used to have only plain MBA, but then even
Yes.
UGC and AICT realized that one size do not fit in all. And then we have specialized MBA for specialized background. Okay, as the need of each industry is different. If you talk about pharma industry, their requirements are completely different. So students need to have regulatory plus marketing and other knowledge, pharma related knowledge. While if you go for finance, the requirement is different there. They need to have compliance of RBI and other all those valuation knowledge. And that is the reason this course of pharma MBA, call it pharma MBA or PGDM in pharmaceutical management, was brought into the picture so that the people who come from specific domain, specific background, they do MBA in their own area of specialization, so their own industry, and which will help both the student as well as the industry.
Okay. Yes, Sachin sir, Amit sir, you want to add something to this?
Yeah, I just wanted to add whatever Nitpal has said. Uh, of course, there's a need also. I feel since I've seen and gone through it of my own research before I went for this MBA, because there are a lot of students who just want to be stick to pursuing in part of going to be healthcare or pharma department as well. Even so, after doing BPharm, many of time they don't see a lot of opportunities, and like the corporate has, and even like there's roles called PMT, and there's another like a marketing. There's a couple of brand management and product management roles. So people who just want to be in healthcare, so for them it's a very interesting role because they already have a pharma knowledge, the technical skills or the research background, and then doing this MBA kind of help them to grow in the same sector itself. And this has been even realized by now IIMs also. So now a lot of baby IIMs also launching programs related to like healthcare management and pharma and healthcare management. And somewhat healthcare management is also similar to pharma management itself. A lot of subjects are common in both of these things. So yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
Amit sir.
like even like Nitpal sir and as Sachin sir mentioned, I totally agree with them because even as sir mentioned that each industry it has its different needs, and as we know that pharma it is a highly regulated environment. So here, of course, when we come to the different parts of value chain of pharma with respect to marketing, regulatory, everything it needs to be tailored as per that industry, and this is what pharmaceutical management brings in, that it brings that specific domain expertise, because when we have that expertise and understanding of that industry, it becomes quite easy to perform management in that particular sector. So depending on the needs of this particular pharmaceutical industry, pharmaceutical management was created, and it is quite necessary if we want to understand the basics of management and everything in pharma.
सो जब हम फार्मा एमबीए की बात करते हैं तो एक बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन सबके सामने आता है कि who should actually ideally pursue pharma MBA? Is it a B Farm student, M Farm student, or a Farm D student, or anyone else?
Okay, so I'll go with this. So technically, so since I did my MBA from NMIMS, So the batch what we had, so we had like a batch size of 120 students. So majority of them were B Farm, and some of them we also had students from life sciences, biotech, or somebody had done BSc from chemistry or biology. Uh, then also there were students who had done now, since there's engineering in medical devices, so we had students who had done undergrad from medical device engineering in medical devices. Then also we had student from MSc who has done specialization in let's just say chemistry or biology. So it has to be related to that. Of course, they're not student. We didn't had any student out of who doesn't have a science background, or who doesn't have a life sciences background. So technically, and even there are a lot of dentists also who go for the MBA, and even I think one of the students we had from BHMS background.
Mhm.
So mainly student who have a life sciences background. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, rightly said by Sachin. Okay. See, actually, this pharmaceutical management course was initially launched, and even it's currently for the people or students who are from life sciences domain, preferably B pharmacy students. But any life science student like BSc or pursuing any medical degree like MBBS, BHMS, BDS, those want to serve pharmaceutical industry. So they are welcome in this
Yes.
course. So generally, student has to be from B Pharma or life science background.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, actually that's the case because right now even the trend is shifting. Even initially in NIPERS, it was only the criteria that only B.Pharm students were eligible. But from the last 2 to 3 years, even those who have done their BSc, MSc, even they are eligible. And even in NIPERS, we are seeing the trend that students who have pursued their BSc in life sciences or from B.Pharm, or they are obviously there. Even M.Pharm students, they are more tending towards Pharma MBA. So I think anyone who has a background in life sciences or those who have actually an interest in pharmaceuticals towards the commercial side, towards management side, they are always open for pharmaceutical management.
Okay. So ये जो stigma था कि pharma MBA is just made for pharma students is not true. Actually, pharma MBA जो students कर रहे हैं या करना चाहते हैं या जिसको करना चाहिए, it is actually for all the healthcare students out there. Yes. Okay, sir. So next question is, what are the core subjects in pharma MBA?
All right. There are so okay. So I'll go with this again. So there are a lot of subjects. First year. So in my case, the first year, all the subjects are almost similar to any other MBA. Related to strategy, communication, business, organizational behavior, marketing one and marketing two, supply chain operations. So all of these subjects are similar to any other MBA first year at least. But whatever the examples we get, whatever the case study we get, it's always related to pharma industry. So anything, of course, the specialization in, because we are doing a specialization in pharma, so basics of any management degree has to be same. But the examples, the professor we had, many of them had a pharma background. So first year same, and then second year we go a little more closer to pharma marketing, and when it comes to brand management, of like it's very regulated as mentioned by Ame. So that's why the whole even marketing, the strategy, the way we decide how we want to promote our product and all these things are very different. So second year becomes more specialization, have a like very specific subjects, like we also had a healthcare management related economics and all of these other subjects who are very specialized to healthcare itself. So yeah.
So what happened here, it's a blend of pharmacy, pharmaceutical management, and general management subjects. So if you tend to in the ratio of different universities of different syllabus, but it's in the ratio of 60-40. So 60% subjects general management के होते हैं, because that's the base, what Sachin was rightly saying. And 40% subjects come from pharmaceutical management, which includes pharma product management, pharma brand management, pharma sales, pharma supply chain management, healthcare management. So it's in the ratio of 60-40. So basic
Yes.
management subjects creates a foundation for the course. And then these pharma management subjects give them specific domain knowledge in the industry they will be working with in the future.
Okay. Yes, sir.
To add to this, like in if we go by the subjects, of course, as mentioned both by Sachin sir and that the case studies that will be there, they will be specifically related to pharma. But even like to get like for the students who actually need an idea, what they can assume is that it teaches you the entire value chain of pharma. So in pharma we always start with say research and development, then it is the clinical trials, then we go towards regulatory side, then it is pharmacovigilance, which is phase 4, then we go towards marketing, then market access, then to manage this entire cycle we have project management. So basically it gives an overall idea of about the entire value chain, and then students they can accordingly choose a specialization which they want to pursue as per their interest in each part of the value chain.
Okay, that's great. With that being said, there is one thing जिसके बारे में स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत बार कंफ्यूजन रहता है, वो ये कि whatever the internships they are doing, like projects they are doing, और इंडस्ट्री में जो उनका एक्सपोजर है बिफोर गोइंग फॉर फार्मा एमबीए और इवन ड्यूरिंग फार्मा एमबीए, कौन से ऐसे इंटर्नशिप्स है, लाइक प्रोजेक्ट्स है, एक्सपोजर्स है जो एक स्टूडेंट को एज अ फार्मा एमबीए एस्पिरेंट होने चाहिए?
फाइन, तो इसमें कैसा होता है कि एज पर दी नॉर्म्स ऑफ यूजीसी एंड एआईसीटी, तो आफ्टर फर्स्ट ईयर all these students, it's compulsory for them to undergo 8 weeks of minimum 8 weeks of internship. Okay, तो those who pursue pharmaceutical management, तो ये बच्चे तो फार्मा इंडस्ट्री में इंटर्नशिप करते हैं। भाई फार्मा इंडस्ट्री में भी ना अलग अलग प्रकार के प्रोफाइल्स होते हैं। सम ऑफ देम गो इन सेल्स, सम गो इन ब्रांड मैनेजमेंट, सम गो इन मार्केट रिसर्च, सम गो फॉर डेटा एनालिस्ट पोजीशंस। तो ये तो हर इंस्टीट्यूट हर यूनिवर्सिटी में कॉमन होता है। इसके अलावा कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज में स्पेसिफिकली दे हैव विंटर इंटर्नशिप प्रोजेक्ट, वो अलग से डिपेंडिंग ऑन देयर सिलेबस देयर करिकुलम 15 days to 1 month होता है। प्रेफरेबली जो फार्मा एमबीए करते हैं वहाँ सभी स्टूडेंट्स फार्मा इंडस्ट्री में ही प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, बट दिस आर नॉट टेक्निकल प्रोजेक्ट्स, सो दे डोंट वर्क इन प्रोडक्शन, क्यूए, क्यूसी, क्लिनिकल रिसर्च और दिस डोमेन्स। दे वर्क फ्रॉम मैनेजमेंट एस्पेक्ट्स, which means sales, product management, market research, data analyst. AI is a new thing which is coming in the industry, which has already come in the industry and has already the strong foot in the market. तो यहाँ सब ये डोमेन्स में और फार्मा इंडस्ट्री में सब बच्चे इंटर्नशिप करते हैं।
Yeah, and like these internships, they are actually very important because as we are seeing the trend in majority of the pharma MBA courses, almost 70 to 80% students they are going to be freshers. So before this, they do not have any practical experience. So when they actually appear for their placements, like apart from academics and like whatever they have achieved in their college life, the one thing, the practical experience that they actually have is this internship. तो ये जो इंटर्नशिप है ये उन्हें एक्चुअली बहुत ज्यादा मैटर करती है, क्योंकि फिर प्लेसमेंट्स में वो इसके बारे में बता सकते हैं कि मेरा ये प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस था ड्यूरिंग माय 2 months, which helps in the placement process. So internships are they are actually very important after first year.
Yes.
All right. I wanted to add to that since you asked about what should they do before even going for this MBA thing. So my experience says that if you have a, of course, there are students gonna be with a different background, and that's what they try to do. They want to create a full diversity in the class. So then there's a class discussion happening. Everyone can contribute with a different aspect of their experience. But I would say, basis my experience, I feel if you have a sales experience prior to going for an MBA, it helps you a lot because what happens, the majority of the role and even in teaching is all about marketing. So if you have a sales experience, you're able to understand, also you're able to relate, because the majority of the students, especially in my batch, majority of them were placed in a marketing, in a PMT role, product management and brand management. So if you have a sales experience, you're able to relate how the field team works, how the MR works, how they do things. And also you, while even when you, once you're done with your first year of MBA, then when the internship comes, then you can, if you talk about this, because majority of the roles are sales role for your internship, because they want you to have a market exposure at that point of time in those 2 months. So I would say if you really want to go for an MBA, then try to, try to get some kind of sales role that kind of will help you and also give you an edge as compared to other students.
Yes, sir. Continuing with this, I also like to mention कि सीरी में we are currently promoting a course known as AI एंड डाटा एनालिटिक्स इन फार्मा एंड हेल्थ केयर, जैसे कि नितपाल सर ने हमें अभी बताया कि डाटा एनालिटिक्स इन AI इज समथिंग जो कि बहुत ज्यादा अभी इस टाइम पे जो है ब्लूम हो रहा है। एंड इन दिस सेशन, इन दिस कोर्स, व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू डू कि स्टूडेंट्स जो है विथ ऑब्वियसली दिस कोर्स एंड कोर्स सर्टिफिकेट, वो उनके माइक्रो प्रोजेक्ट्स जो होते हैं, लाइव प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं, वी आर ट्राइंग टू मोटिवेट देम टू डू दिस प्रोजेक्ट्स। ओके, और इनमें उनको एक चांस ऐसा भी है कि दे कैन डू दिस प्रोजेक्ट्स इन कोलैबोरेशन विद स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम डिफरेंट बैकग्राउंड्स, डिफरेंट कॉलेजेस। क्या ये जो छोटे छोटे प्रोजेक्ट्स है मायने रखते हैं while getting a placement, while getting a seat in pharma MBA colleges?
Yes, yes. See what you or what even Amay was saying. Okay, this gives them practical exposure. Because see, most of the students they are freshers. उनको
Yes,
पहले कोई knowledge नहीं होता है, and they aspire to be something without having any experience. So there are two aspects. One, they work in on these projects, live projects. So they get to know what is the exact job profile and is it their cup of tea. ठीक है कि
yes,
उनको
yes,
इसमें जाना चाहिए कि नहीं जाना चाहिए. काफी स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे भी होते हैं कि जो इंटर करते इंटर्नशिप करते हैं एंड देन दे नहीं सर ये काम मुझे नहीं जमेगा बिकॉज बहुत मोनोटोनस है और वॉट एवर प्रोज एंड कॉन्स. ओके, एंड सम पीपल दे वर्क देयर एंड देन दे डेवलप देयर पैशन टुवर्ड्स दैट प्रोफाइल. And when they go for their final interviews, they are very much clear that what have they done their internship. So that helps them to get a job. So it helps in two aspects. One is deciding their goal in life first, and second, getting a good job. So these small projects, small internships are very, very helpful to them.
yes, yes. Also, in Siri, we are providing affiliate internship program, जैसे सचिन सर ने हमें अभी बताया. Exactly, marketing, sales में we are actually providing students this 1 month internship program, which they can continue further if they want. But ideally, it is a 1 month internship program which students can do from their home online completely. So it is a really good opportunity even for students to do these internships, small projects that will help them secure their seat in pharma MBAs. Okay, sir. So my next question is, if a student is appearing for Pharma MBA, he is opting for Pharma MBA, what kind of practical exposure should that student expect from a good project or good program in Pharma MBA?
Yes, so like like, are you talking about internship over here? Like, uh,
If if
hmm,
as a student मैंने Pharma
hmm,
MBA चूज किया है, now what
hmm,
kind of exposure मुझे मिल सकता है from a
hmm.
good Pharma MBA program? क्या मेरे
Okay, okay.
एक्सपेक्टेशंस होने
Hmm,
चाहिए?
ओके. सो सी, जैसा मैंने पहले भी बोला था कि फार्मा एमबीए में कैसा है, इट इज मोर टुवर्ड्स ऑफ कोर्स द मैनेजमेंट साइड पूरा. तो यहाँ पर कैसा है कि जो पूरी वैल्यू चेन है, जैसे मैंने पहले बताया था, वो पूरी वैल्यू चेन्स का जो एक बेसिक ओवरव्यू है ना, इसके बारे में students get all the details. So like how the pharma industry works right from starting with respect to R&D. Of course, here you do not have to perform any lab functions or anything, but they get an idea of exactly say how like a molecule it goes through the various stages, then say clinical trials and everything. So what happens in pharma MBA, students get exposure to entire value chain. And when they understand the entire value chain, it helps them in making better decisions in any one function as well. सो लाइक से आज मैं मार्केटिंग में जा रहा हूँ, फॉर एग्जांपल मेरा जॉब मार्केटिंग में लग गया है, बट मार्केटिंग के लिए ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है कि मुझे ये समझना चाहिए कि उसके रेगुलेटरी एस्पेक्ट्स क्या है, या फिर ये मॉलिक्यूल जब इन्वेंट हुआ था तब उसके से फार्माकोकाइनेटिक्स फार्माकोडायनेमिक पैरामीटर्स क्या थे, जिसकी वजह से आई कैन डिफरेंशिएट माई मॉलिक्यूल व्हेन आई विल पिच इट टू डॉक्टर्स. सो when you get this entire exposure, it becomes helpful in making sound decisions for one particular domain.
ओके,
एंड प्रसाद जो आप बता रहे थे कि एक प्रोग्राम में उन्हें क्या देखना चाहिए, तो फर्स्ट एंड
यस,
फॉरमोस्ट स्ट्रॉन्ग एकेडमिक्स. ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे एकेडमिक्स कैसा होता है. ठीक है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम एकेडमिक्स व्हाट इज द प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपोजर दे आर गेटिंग देयर. वहाँ पे इंटर्नशिप्स कितने महीने के लिए होता है, कौन सी कंपनीज में होता है, कौन से डिपार्टमेंट्स में होता है, तो वो एक देखना चाहिए. एंड टू द ट्रेंड ऑफ सर्टिफिकेशंस, क्योंकि ना बहुत स्पेशलाइज्ड, बिकॉज आई जस्ट गिव अ स्मॉल एग्जांपल. जैसे कि हम हेल्थ केयर में देख लें, Okay, now there are some super specializations. कार्डियोलॉजी में हो स्पेशल कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट, गायनेक में हो आईवीएफ ट्रीटमेंट के अलग से डॉक्टर्स होते हैं, ऑर्थो में स्पेशल हैंड सर्जन्स होते हैं, सर्जरी में सॉरी हैंड सर्जन्स होते हैं. टुडे एरा ऑफ सुपर स्पेशलाइजेशन. सो दे आर नॉट एंड फॉर एनी कॉलेज इज प्रैक्टिकली नॉट पॉसिबल कि वो हर एक एंड को टच कर पाए. तो उन्हें ये भी देखना चाहिए कि कॉलेज उनको अपार्ट फ्रॉम एकेडमिक्स, इंटर्नशिप्स, एक्स्ट्रा कुछ सर्टिफिकेशन दे रहे हैं कि नहीं. व्हाट एक्स्ट्रा सर्टिफिकेशन दे आर गिविंग, मे बी सर्टिफिकेशन रेगुलेटरी, सर्टिफिकेशन क्लिनिकल रिसर्च, सर्टिफिकेशन ब्रांड प्लान, प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट, इंटरनेशनल मार्केटिंग, जो बहुत अभी हाई डिमांड में है. दे शुड नो पावर बी आई एंड बेसिक्स लाइक एडवांस एक्सेल. तो ये सब सर्टिफिकेशन कॉलेज साथ में दे रहा है कि नहीं, क्योंकि जो एजेंसी सर्टिफिकेशन लेती है ना, दे आर प्रोफेशनल वन. Okay,
Okay.
so they should see a good academics, the background of internships and placements, and what additional certifications in terms of knowledge those programs are providing to a student.
Okay. Srini sir, you want to add something to it?
Yeah, I think Aman, Dr. Nitpal Singh has already covered a lot of aspect of it. I just want to add one more thing here, saying that student also need to look for how much collaboration the university or college has with the industry. Like, because if there's a good collaboration, they'll keep on getting live projects every now and then. At least this was in my case. Every month we used to get like couple of live projects, and then of course you have to apply for it. So whoever was able to clear it, and then they used to get the project, and while doing their academics they were also working on live projects. So in a way it makes your background very strong when it comes to the final placements, and also you'll get whatever you're learning you can apply in the live projects. So that's how it works. So they have to also look for live project, and also they have to look for how much the college is collaborating with the industry and what connections they have with them.
Okay. So what next question is, what are the opportunities if I'm doing pharma MBA? What are the opportunities in international market for it?
Okay.
We are the pharmacy of the world, and almost in each country the people who are taking medicines, they are supplied from India. Each country, कोई ऐसा country नहीं जहाँ पे Indian medicines available नहीं, generic medicines. And most of these global Indian multinationals, there are more than 50% of profit come from exports. So we have huge scope in international marketing. Generally दो डोमेन में ज्यादा अच्छा स्कोप होता है. One is business development and one is international product management. ये हर एक कंट्री का regulations अलग अलग है. And for those regulations you need the specific pharma people who understand those regulations, work according to the regulations and perform their duties. Okay, तो काफी अच्छा स्कोप है फार्मा इंटरनेशनल मार्केटिंग में फॉर ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर परस्यूइंग फार्मास्यूटिकल मैनेजमेंट.
Yes, yes. Sir, you want to add something, Sachin sir?
Yeah, like as Nitpal sir mentioned, कि like India जो है, it is known as the pharmacy of the world, and nearly like almost सारे countries में we are supplying our medicines at an affordable price. So like जो हम सब countries को supply कर रहे हैं, so हर एक कंट्री का जैसे अलग अलग रेगुलेशन है मेंशन बाय सर, तो अंडरस्टैंडिंग करना जो है ना वो इट हेल्प्स अ लॉट व्हेन वी डू फार्मा एमबीए. So even like when I did my internship, it was in competitive intelligence. I was asked to like they had a brand and they wanted to know if we can launch this brand in say 4 European countries or not. Is it feasible or not? So ये जब exposure students को मिलता है अलग अलग countries का, तो उन्हें एक ओवरऑल एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग मिल जाता है, एंड इट इज एक्चुअली वेरी हेल्पफुल व्हेन दे गो फॉर इंटरनेशनल मार्केटिंग एज वेल. सो डेफिनेटली इट्स प्लस पॉइंट फॉर स्टूडेंट्स.
और इवन
Yes, sir.
हमारे भी ना काफी स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो अभी इंटरनेशनल मार्केटिंग में जॉब करते हैं. तो सम आर वर्किंग फॉर गल्फ कंट्रीज, सम आर वर्किंग फॉर अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज. तो हर एक कॉन्टिनेंट के रेगुलेशंस भी अलग अलग हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू वांट टू एंटर इनटू ब्राजील, तो वहाँ पे रेगुलेशंस काफी स्ट्रिक्ट है कंपेयर टू अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज. तो काफी बड़ा बैरियर बन जाता है. ओके, बट वो रेगुलेशंस का नॉलेज होना बहुत जरूरी है वो स्पेसिफिक कंट्री का. इसीलिए फार्मा मैनेजमेंट में जो भी रेगुलेटरी का मतलब तीनों भी स्पीकर्स बात कर रहे हैं, we're emphasizing it again and again that regulation is very very important, and each country has its own regulation. It is very essential to understand regulation of those countries, those continents, to make an powerful entry in that particular country.
Yes, Sachin sir, you want to add something?
Just like they already covered everything. I just wanted to say that even in this initial stage itself, so even sometime what happens, even like at least I have seen that in during internship also you get opportunity to intern with the international marketing team itself. And if you clear that and if you have a good performance, you will get placement in that same team itself. And even my own class, like couple of students got internship in international marketing, and even they got placed in also international marketing. So if your base is only starting with that, and you have a like future aspirant to kind of go abroad, it's pretty easy because you already have the background, you're already started it. And even if you don't start with it, let's just say international marketing, after working in a like a domestic market itself, you can apply for it, and then you can go to by our same company you're working with, you can have opportunity to go abroad and work there.
Yes, yes. Because international market या abroad में जाके
Hmm.
अपना job करना is a really big dream for every
हाँ
Indian
हाँ
student.
हाँ.
So it is a really good input कि international market में especially when it comes
Just
to pharma MBA. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
yes, just on a lighter side, even we get lot of inquiries for admissions.
Hmm.
And student inquire कि मुझे बाहर जाना है, तो
Hmm.
Yes,
ये
yes.
कोर्स मुझे कितना हेल्प करेगा. ओके, तो ऑलवेज से देम कि आपको बाहर जाना एक गोल नहीं होना चाहिए.
Hmm.
आपका गोल होना चाहिए आपको करना क्या है, और
Yes,
उसके लिए
yes.
आपको बाहर जाना पड़ता है. देन यू कैन गो एंड वर्क. बट जस्ट टू गो आउट एंड वर्क विदाउट हैविंग एनी गोल इन माइंड कि बाहर क्या करना है. Okay, because even I've seen many students who go out and do petty jobs क्योंकि एक बस ये था कि मुझे इंडिया से बाहर जाना है, ओवरसीज जाना है. ओके, तो इंस्टेड दे शुड फर्स्ट फाइनलाइज देयर गोल कि मुझे करना क्या है, और फिर दे गेट लॉट ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज टू मूव टू अदर कंट्रीज. If you talk in our institute now, many students they are working in so many countries. Okay, but then we help them कि पहले अपना एक गोल बना लो क्या करना है, और सबसे स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन इट. वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है.
Okay,
I
yes,
want
sir.
to add one more point here, since sir mentioned about it's very interesting, yeah, because even I have gone through that, and initial like in a lot of my classmates wanted to go abroad and work there. So I would say if the student want to just go abroad and work there, so that you don't have to also do an MBA. So technically,
Okay.
what happens, what I see and what I have like done my own research and see, like so Middle East countries, Canada and US and Japan, so all of these countries have a lot of opportunities for pharmacists. So if you just they have their own like some exam you have to clear it, and then you can get a job as a pharmacist, and there's a good pay and all that. So if you want to just work abroad and you have a B Pharm degree, then you can go abroad and work as a pharmacist.
Yes, yes. Yes, Amar sir, you want to add something?
No, nothing. Like it is entirely covered. Like जैसे
Okay.
सर नितपाल
Yes,
सर भी बोले, फर्स्ट एक गोल माइंड में रहना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है कि
yes.
मुझे बस बाहर जाना है. पहले गोल फिक्स करो. You should focus on your efforts, not on the end result. That's it.
Okay, so in a sense, until and unless एक फार्मा स्टूडेंट को, एक फार्मा एमबीए स्टूडेंट को पता नहीं है कि उसको एग्जैक्टली उसकी लाइफ में करना क्या है, क्या परसीव करना है, एंड जब तक वो ये फिगर आउट नहीं कर ले, गोइंग फॉर अब्रॉड अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन सब के पीछे भागना इज अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम. फर्स्ट, इंडिया में रह के फार्मा एमबीए क्या है, उसमें जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या है, उनके करियर को एक्सप्लोर ज्यादा करें, एंड देन इज अ रियली गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर देम कि they can explore international markets. Okay, with regard to this, there is also one thing जो कि बहुत बार हम use करते हैं, that is project management, and there is a pharma marketing जो terms हम अभी discuss कर रहे हैं. So what is the exact difference between project management and pharma marketing?
Okay. So project management technically, see, I'll say that it's involved in every role. uh, there are of course purely project management roles, but even if you are in marketing, even if you are in research, even if you are in, let's just say, sales roles, project management comes across because you have certain goals given, and at the end of the year or in a 6 month you have to complete this. You have to follow the whole process of managing that project itself. uh, but of course, if you just technically want, if you just want purely to do project management roles, there are certain roles also which are, let's just say, a lot of these IT companies, consulting firms, they have these roles where are certain projects are already going on, or let's just say patient support programs company had launched, and your role is to just manage those programs like into it. So that kind of gonna be project management from the start of the how you started, and the whole execution of the project and everything comes under the project management roles. And as I mentioned earlier also, it's not only the one thing that project management, in every role you do that. Yeah.
Yes.
See, one more thing इसमें है कि I have been a speaker to many conferences. Even I keep on going to various colleges for presentations. एक फार्मेसी में बहुत बड़ा मिसकंसेप्शन है, मार्केटिंग यानी सेल्स, बल्कि मार्केटिंग करना यानी सेल्स करना. ओके, तो
Yes, yes.
सॉरी टू से इवन प्रोफेसर भी बोलते हैं कि सर हमारे स्टूडेंट अभी पास आउट हो गए तो मार्केटिंग कर रहे हैं. मार्केटिंग इज अ वेरी ब्रॉडर टर्म. Sales is one small department, very important department, and small department in marketing. तो मार्केटिंग में सेल्स आता है, प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट आता है, मार्केट रिसर्च आता है, डेटा एनालिस्ट आता है. अभी एआई काफी बड़ा उसमें बाकी फोकस कर रहा है. व्हाट सचिन राइटली सेड, प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट आता है. तो इट्स अ वेरी ब्रॉडर टर्म वेयर मोस्ट ऑफ द बी फार्मर्स आर नॉट अवेयर कि क्या होता है.
Yes.
तो देयर इज मिसकंसेप्शन. तो मैं पहला वही होता है कि ये कंसेप्शन मिसकंसेप्शन दूर कीजिए कि फार्मा मार्केटिंग और सेल्स इट्स नॉट, दिस आर नॉट सिनोनिम्स. ये समानार्थी नहीं है. मार्केटिंग काफी ब्रॉडर टर्म है, उसमें काफी ज्यादा डिपार्टमेंट्स आते हैं.
Yes.
Yep, definitely. Like as जैसे सर ने मेंशन किया कि मार्केटिंग में सेल्स हो गया, प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट, मार्केट रिसर्च, ये सारे फंक्शंस आते हैं. बट लाइक एक अगर बेसिक अगर जैसे अगर डिफरेंट स्टूडेंट्स को चाहिए कि बिटवीन ये मार्केटिंग एंड प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट एग्जैक्टली रोल्स कैसे डिफर करते हैं, जैसे सचिन सर ने भी बोला कि प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट इज ऑफ कोर्स थ्रू आउट. सो इफ आई वांट टू गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, लाइक से जैसे नाइपर में हर बार कंपनीज आती है. सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू मार्केटिंग तो उसमें अलग अलग रोल हो जाते हैं. जैसे ब्रांड मैनेजमेंट हो गया, लाइक उसमें हमारा मेन फंक्शन क्या है, दैट वी हैव टू जनरेट रेवेन्यू. हमें डॉक्टर से जाकर बात करनी है कि हमें जो नंबर्स है हमारे बढ़ाने, हम देख सकते हैं कि कहाँ पर हमारे सेल्स कम हो रहे हैं, वहां पर बढ़ाना, ये सब मार्केटिंग में आ गया. और वही प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट में, फॉर एग्जांपल देयर वाज अ कंपनी से एक्स. सो ये जो कंपनी थी, उन्हें उनका एक मॉलिक्यूल था, वो उन्हें ब्राजील के मार्केट में लॉन्च करना था. तो उसके लिए वो नाइपर को आई टू हायर स्टूडेंट्स फॉर प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट. सो अब ये प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट में उनका रोल क्या था स्टूडेंट्स का, कि स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम इट्स एंटायर प्रोडक्शन से लेकर हम जब तक वो लॉन्च कर रहे हैं, हमें वो नेक्स्ट 6 मंथ्स में ही लॉन्च कर रहा है, तब हमें ज्यादा प्रॉफिट्स होंगे. नहीं तो फिर अगर हम 6 मंथ्स की बात करेंगे तो फिर हमारे जो कॉम्पिटिटर्स है, दे विल एंटर द ब्राजीलियन मार्केट एंड वी वोंट बी एबल टू कैप्चर मेजोरिटी ऑफ द मार्केट शेयर. तो वहां पर उनका प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट का रोल क्या था, कि जो सारे जो टीम्स है उस कंपनी में, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम प्रोडक्शन, फिर मार्केटिंग, मार्केट एक्सेस, उन सब से कोलैबोरेट करना, उन सब से फॉलोअप्स लेना, कहाँ कहाँ पर हम लैक कर रहे हैं, फिर ये करके वो जो पूरा प्रोजेक्ट है स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम उसका प्रोडक्शन से लेकर उसका उस मार्केट में लॉन्च एंड जनरेटिंग नंबर्स, यहाँ तक ये जो पूरा सेट ऑफ एक्टिविटीज है, इट केम अंडर प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर रोल. So project management, we can't say that it, like, of course it is a different domain, but practically project management, it comes under each and every function.
Okay. Okay. Sir. Yes. So next, a very important question, जो सबके पास से आता है. What are the technical skills required for a pharma MBA student?
I think sir should take this as
Yes. Yeah, see, before skills, क्या होता है ना, देखो एक सक्सेस का एक ना, आई जस्ट गिव यू अ स्मॉल फॉर्मूला फॉर सक्सेस. सक्सेस इज इक्वल टू ब्रैकेट में नॉलेज प्लस स्किल्स मल्टी ब्रैकेट कंप्लीट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय एटीट्यूड. अगर आपको अच्छा नॉलेज होगा, आपके स्किल्स होंगे और एटीट्यूड होगा सबसे बढ़िया, देन यू अचीव सक्सेस इन लाइफ. तो फर्स्ट, एज दे आर फार्मेसी स्टूडेंट्स या जो भी ग्रेजुएट्स हैं, अंडर ग्रेजुएट्स हैं, तो उनको उनके डोमेन का नॉलेज होना चाहिए. ओके, एंड ऑलमोस्ट ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स, बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट्स आर फार्मास्यूटिक्स, फार्माकोलॉजी, एनाटॉमी, फिजियोलॉजी की नॉलेज होना चाहिए. बहुत बहुत जरूरी है. ओके, एंड जो कॉलेज में प्रैक्टिकल्स भी होते हैं. ओके, बिकॉज सी नाउ इवन दिस ईयर बजट में गवर्नमेंट हैज फोकस्ड ऑन इनोवेशन, बायोसिमिलर्स. ओके, एंड मेनी कंपनीज आर देयर ऑन बायोटेक पार्क. ज़ायडस का है, सिप्ला का है, देयर ऑन बायोटेक पार्क. तो
Yes.
नेक्स्ट बिग थिंग इन इंडिया विल बी इनोवेशन इन बायोसिमिलर्स. ओके, तो ये बहुत जरूरी कि बच्चों को बेसिक नॉलेज अबाउट व्हाट आर बायोलॉजिकल्स, व्हाट आर बायोसिमिलर्स, कैरलिटी क्या है, ये सब उनको बेसिक नॉलेज होना चाहिए. उसके बाद बात आती है स्किल्स की. ओके, तो स्किल्स में दे शुड अगेन देखो, एक तो हो गया अपना टेक्निकल स्किल्स, स्किल्स टू फार्मेसी नॉलेज हो गया, या लाइफ साइंस को तो लाइफ साइंसेस का नॉलेज। ओके, एक होता है दूसरा बिट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स। ओके, जिसे मैंने आपको पहले बताया कि पावर बीआई हो गया, एडवांस एक्सेल हो गया, बेसिक कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स हो गया, ये सब उनमें होना चाहिए। तो these are the essential skills and knowledge that each student should have if they want to become if they wanted to achieve success in life.
Sachin sir, you want to say something?
Yeah, since sir already mentioned about that, they should know about all the all the drug classes and all of these are related to their pharmaceutics and cognitions. I would just say कि the stronger, जितना ज़्यादा strong अगर therapy knowledge है किसी का, सो फार्मा के किसी भी सेक्टर में जाएंगे अगर आपका थेरेपी नॉलेज बहुत स्ट्रांग है, तो देन यू हैव अ बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी, because ultimately if you know the therapy, if you know what molecule, what disease condition, how it treated, mechanism of action, everything, so it's gonna, you have an edge over other students. Also to add to that in terms of the other skills, जैसे कि basically अपना पूरा corporate world it works on Excel and PPT. सो ये तो
Yes.
बहुत बेसिक है कि आपको ये आना ही चाहिए. आई सो आई एम इनटू लाइक कंसल्टिंग लाइन, सो आई मेरा पूरा काम सिर्फ, मेरा दिन भर सिर्फ एक्सेल और पीपीटी में जाता है. सो आपको जितना ज्यादा आप एक्सपर्ट है पीपीटी, अभी नाउ देयर आर एआईज एंड देयर आर कैनवास एंड देयर आर अदर लाइक अदर लाइक एडवांस वेज टू यूज पीपीटी एंड ऑल दैट. सो अगर आपको वो है तो इट्स बेटर एंड इट्स गुड फॉर यू.
Yes, Abhay sir.
या सो लाइक नितपाल सर और सचिन सर दोनों ने पूरा कवर ही किया है, और मैं भी स्टूडेंट्स को जो भी मुझे पूछने आते हैं कि हमें सब्जेक्ट्स का नॉलेज होना चाहिए, आई ऑलवेज टेल देम कि फार्माकोलॉजी, ह्यूमन एनाटॉमी एंड फिजियोलॉजी, फार्मास्यूटिक्स एंड पैथोफिजियोलॉजी, ये चार सब्जेक्ट्स का नॉलेज आप किसी भी फील्ड में जाओ, आप मार्केटिंग में जाओ, आपको ये चार सब्जेक्ट्स आने ही चाहिए. बिकॉज सी, अगर हम इंडियन कंपनीज में इफ यू गो फॉर मार्केटिंग इन डिफरेंट कंपनीज से सिप्ला, डॉक्टर रेड्डी, सन फार्मा, तो ऑल दीज कंपनीज, इनका कोर मॉडल क्या है कि ये जेनेरिक्स बनाते हैं. दे आर नॉट मेनली इन इनोवेटर ड्रग्स. तो अगर ये जेनेरिक्स बनाते हैं तो उसमें मॉलिक्यूल तो सेम हो गया, फिर हम डिफरेंशिएशन किस पॉइंट पर करेंगे? जो डिफरेंशिएशन आता है, इट कम्स डाउन टू दीज फार्माकोकाइनेटिक्स एंड फार्माकोडायनामिक पैरामीटर्स, कि पीके हो गया या फिर उनका लॉग पी वैल्यू हो गई, ये जो अलग अलग उस पर हम डिफरेंशिएशन करते हैं. अकॉर्डिंगली वी पिच इट टू डॉक्टर्स कि इसका अब्जॉर्प्शन इससे ज्यादा है तो इसके साइड इफेक्ट्स अकॉर्डिंगली कम हो जाएंगे. तो ये अगर थेरेपी नॉलेज नहीं है तो हम डॉक्टर से जाकर हम अप्रोप्रिएट जो कम्युनिकेशन है वो हम नहीं कर सकते. तो ये चार सब्जेक्ट्स का नॉलेज कुछ भी हो जाए चाहिए: फार्माकोलॉजी, एचएपी, पैथोफिजियोलॉजी, फार्मास्यूटिक्स, एंड एज मेंशन्ड बाय सचिन सर एज वेल, एक्सेल, पीपीटी. आप कहीं पर भी जाओ इन एमबीए ये कॉमन ही होता है, क्योंकि you have to make presentations, you have to make data analysis. Excel, PowerPoint, you can never skip.
Yes, yes, sir. With this, there is also one question जो कि बहुत ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स पूछते हैं, एंड उसका डिस्कशन भी बहुत ज्यादा होता है, बट देर आर वेरी फ्यू आउटपुट्स या रिजल्ट्स इस क्वेश्चन के थ्रू निकलते हैं. वो ये कि व्हाट आर द एग्जैक्ट टूल्स, अगर हम बोले एक फार्मा एमबीए स्टूडेंट है, तो व्हाट आर द एग्जैक्ट टूल. जैसे हमने बोला एक्सेल इज अ ग्रेट टूल, पावर पॉइंट इज अ ग्रेट टूल. व्हाट आर द एग्जैक्ट टूल्स, जिसकी पावर बीआई है, टैबल्यू है, what are the tools a student or a pharma MBA student should learn, no matter what he is doing, what his ultimate goal is? What are the tools a person should learn no matter what?
Okay, तो हमने जो भी बात किया तो यही सब टूल्स हैं उसमें. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट फ्रॉम बेसिक्स, तो पहले एक्सेल,
Yes.
देन एडवांस एक्सेल, पावर बीआई, टैबलू, देन अभी कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर्स भी आए हैं एआई के. ओके, एआई के जो जनरली व्हाट वी डू ना, व्हाट वी स्टार्टेड डूइंग इन रिम, हम ना हर एक उनको सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्स देते हैं. तो स्टूडेंट गेट सर्टिफिकेशन ऑन एडवांस एक्सेल, पावर बीआई, टैबलू, तो इसका आपका एक सर्टिफिकेशन होता है. ओके, तो ये इट्स नाउ कंपलसरी, मतलब इसके देयर इज नो अदर. अर्लियर मे बी 3-4 years बैक दिस वर ऑप्शनल, क्योंकि मार्केट में इतना था नहीं. तो व्हेन वाइल रिक्रूटिंग कंपनीज इग्नोर कर, चलो सीख लेगा. अभी तो कंपनीज सी दैट इनको ये सब टूल्स आने चाहिए. तो इट इज वन ऑफ द वेरी कोर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ कॉलेजेस, अपार्ट फ्रॉम टीचिंग एकेडमिक्स, इंटर्नशिप्स, उनको ये सब नॉलेज को देना चाहिए. तो व्हाट वी डू इट ऑल स्टार्टेड इट. हमारे यहाँ तो उनका एवरी सेमेस्टर में 15 days वो सर्टिफिकेशन ही होता है. तो एक्सटर्नल एजेंसीज कम, and specifically from we invite them from pharma domain. Okay, तो उनको वो पहले बेसिक्स पढ़ाते हैं और फिर सब लाइव प्रोजेक्ट्स ऑन फार्मा लेके उनको सब ये जो भी एसेंशियल स्किल्स हैं जो अभी हमने डिस्कस किए हैं उसके ऊपर वर्कआउट करते हैं. So it is compulsory now. No, there is no exception to this.
Yes, yes. Sanjay sir, Amit sir, you want to add any tool beside this?
No, sir has summed it up quite well. Just apart from
Yes.
this, if anything is there, कि सारे जो पाइपलाइन एनालिसिस है, अलग अलग जो वेबसाइट्स होते हैं, जैसे क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स gov.in, तो बस इन वेबसाइट्स का थोड़ा बहुत अवेयरनेस होना चाहिए कि कहाँ से हम एग्जैक्टली कंपनी की इंफॉर्मेशन निकाल सकते हैं. अदर देन दैट सर हैज समड इट क्वाइट वेल.
Yes, Sachin sir.
Yeah, nothing from my side.
Yes, yes. And I would like to mention this thing. Even at Series University, we are offering all these courses. Even also, हम बहुत सारे courses जो है वो क्लब करके एक कोर्स बनाते हैं जहाँ पर बहुत सारे ऐसे टेक्निकल स्किल्स जो है वो भी हम सिखाते हैं. So student can opt for these courses as well. So they will have a really good extra edge over all the students out there. Okay. So next question. Uh, हमने बहुत सारी बात कर ली अभी तक फार्मा एमबीए से रिलेटेड. बट फार्मा एमबीए में एडमिशन लेने के लिए कौन से एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स है और उनके रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या है, अमय सर?
ओके, सो लाइक हर एक इंस्टीट्यूट के हिसाब से उनके अलग अलग होते हैं. जैसे एनएमआईएमएस के लिए एनमैट है, नाइपर के लिए इट इज नाइपर एग्जामिनेशंस, इवन एमएचटी सीटी एमबीए से कुछ कुछ होते हैं. आईएचएमआर की भी खुद की एंट्रेंस है. सो अलग अलग हो गए, जीपैट हो गया, नाइपर हो गया, अलग अलग एंट्रेंसेस तो होते ही है. बट एक जो मैंने ट्रेंड ऑब्जर्व किया है ना, विच आई वुड लाइक टू सजेस्ट स्टूडेंट्स एज वेल, बिकॉज बहुत बार स्टूडेंट्स मुझे क्या पूछते हैं कि हम अभी फॉर एग्जांपल वी आर अपियरिंग फॉर नाइपर बिकॉज राइट नाउ हमारा जो मैथ्स है वो वीक है, और वी आर नॉट दैट स्पेशलाइजिंग इन क्वांट्स. तो क्योंकि नाइपर के एग्जाम में पहले कैसे होता था, देयर वर 200 क्वेश्चंस, और वो जो सारे 200 क्वेश्चंस थे दे वर ऑल ऑन टेक्निकल नॉलेज, पूरा फार्मा डोमेन नॉलेज.
यस.
अब भी ऐसा हुआ है कि दे हैव मेड इट 160 40, 160 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम फार्मा, 40 फ्रॉम एप्टीट्यूड. सो स्टूडेंट्स को कभी ये नहीं करना चाहिए कि मेरा मैथ्स वीक है इसलिए मैं नाइपर के एग्जाम को अपियर कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मुझे मैथ्स नहीं आता. सो यू कांट नेवर एक्चुअली अवॉइड मैथ्स. आप जब एमबीए में जाओगे यू आर गोइंग टू डील विद नंबर्स एंड मैथ्स इज गोइंग टू बी अ नेसेसिटी. सो नेवर मेक दैट मिस्टेक कि मेरा मैथ्स वीक है, मुझे एप्टीट्यूड नहीं करना इसलिए फिर मैं नाइपर के एग्जाम को अपियर कर रहा हूँ. इफ नाइपर इज अ पैशन डेफिनेटली डू इट, बट मैथ्स और एप्टीट्यूड इट शुड बी स्ट्रांग. या
And see, generally, all other colleges, CAT is an exam which is National Entrance Test conducted by Government of India. तो वो एग्जाम देके हर कॉलेज का अलग अलग कट ऑफ होता है. एंड वंस देन कॉलेज का उनका खुद का जीडीपीआई प्रोसेस होता है. एंड दोज हु हैव द मार्क्स अबाउट द कट ऑफ एंड क्लियर जीडीपीआई प्रोसेस, दे बिकम एलिजिबल टू टेक एडमिशन. स्पेसिफिक फॉर महाराष्ट्र, अगर महाराष्ट्र का स्टूडेंट है तो उसको महाराष्ट्र सीटी होता है. तो कैट और सीटी दोनों भी चलता है. तो उसको सीटी का क्लियर करके, अगर हर कॉलेज का अलग अलग कट ऑफ होता है, तो दे नीड टू हैव मार्क्स अबव कट ऑफ, appear for GTPI for the institution, and then they can get the admission in that college. Even it is mandatory कि ग्रेजुएशन का परसेंटेज वो 50 होना चाहिए, बट दैट इज बेयर मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट. उसका भी हर कॉलेज का कट ऑफ अलग अलग होता है. तो उसके लिए वो दे हैव टू स्पीक टू दोज कॉलेजेस कि उनका कट ऑफ कितना है. ओके. एंड लास्ट ईयर का कट ऑफ कितना निकला था, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली दे कैन अप्लाई इन दोज कॉलेजेस.
Yes, Sachin sir, you want to add something?
So for NMIMS, yeah, of course you have to clear NMAT, and post that then there is a 20 marks technical, mostly pharma domain knowledge. They do 20 marks MCQ. Once you clear that, then there is also an SOP. You have to write an essay about your journey and why you want to do an MBA. Then after that, then you go for a GDPI round, and then the final result comes. So, but as much as I know, the majority of the weightage is of the NMAT. I think around
Yeah.
50 or 60% of the weightage to clear and to get the selection is they consider mostly the number of how much you scored in your NMAT. Yeah.
Okay. So related to this, next question is how a pharma student should prepare for this entrance exams.
Okay. I okay. So I would say, so while preparing, since there's a different exams and all of them have a different criteria, but basic of all the MBAs. And I feel if you're applying and if you want to go for an MBA, then do something very general which can be applied to all of that. So if you're preparing for CAT, I feel you can give all the other exams as well with it. Many except I'm not very sure of NIPER, but if you're preparing for CAT, then you can give other exams also like NMAT, you can give CMAT, you can give. There is a little bit changes in the each question, but the basic of everything is same because that's what even I did. I gave all other even ZAT, and there is other
Yes.
whatever the management exams are, their basics are same in all of them. The quant, there's a logic, there's English.
Yes,
और
Dr. Nipal, sir. Yes.
उनका जो सिलेबस भी होता है वो सब
Hmm.
वेबसाइट पे मेंशन होता है
Yeah.
रिस्पेक्टिव. तो टेंटेटिव सिलेबस इज सेम, कॉन्ट, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग, वर्बल रीजनिंग. सिलेबस से हमारा सिर्फ कुछ क्वेश्चन ऊपर नीचे होते हैं, द डिफिकल्टी लेवल एंड नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम डिफरेंट सेक्शंस. सो इवन स्टूडेंट्स कैन गो टू रिस्पेक्टिव वेबसाइट जो एग्जाम वो दे रहे हैं, तो वहाँ पे उनका पूरा सिलेबस आ जाता है कि कैसा होता है वो.
Yes.
Yeah. And
So,
even
Amar
like,
sir,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
yes, Amar sir, अगर एक स्टूडेंट को आपके जैसे
Hmm,
ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 चाहिए, सो
hmm,
हाउ एग्जैक्टली शुड दैट स्टूडेंट स्टडी? उनका प्रिपरेशन कैसा होना चाहिए?
hmm. ओके, सी, जो जीपैट और नाइपर एग्जाम होते हैं, लाइक ड्यूरिंग आवर टाइम इन जीपैट देयर वर ऑलमोस्ट 75,000 स्टूडेंट्स इन 2023, एंड नाइपर में अकॉर्डिंगली उसमें से ऑलमोस्ट 5,000 to 6,000 they qualified for नाइपर examination. And if you want to get a seat, right now MBA is in नाइपर मोहाली and Hyderabad. So नाइपर मोहाली right now you can consider 52 plus 48, अगर मिलाकर देखें तो 110 सीट्स है. एंड नियरली if we go to almost greater than 70,000 students, they are competing for those 100 seats. तो उसमें आई टेल यू आई डिड नॉट डू एनीथिंग एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी कि ऐसे दिन में ऐसे 10 घंटे या 15 घंटे
हाँ,
पढ़ना, इतनी कुछ जरूरत नहीं होती. सी, फर्स्ट केसेस कि इसका जो पूरा सिलेबस होने वाला है, इट इज योर 4 years बी फार्म सिलेबस. ये कुछ और नहीं है कि बी फार्म में अलग पढ़ रहे हो, इसमें अलग पढ़ रहे हो. जो बी फार्म में 4 साल पढ़ रहे हो, वही अगर उसी सेमिस्टर में कंटिन्यूस किया और उसे रिवाइज किया तो भी आराम से काम हो जाता है. सो what I did for my preparation was I started it from the first year itself. सो फर्स्ट ईयर में ऐसा नहीं कि डायरेक्ट मॉक्स देना सॉल्व किया. जो भी मेरा फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर का सारे सब्जेक्ट्स थे, एचएपी हो गया, फार्मास्यूटिक्स हो गया, फार्मास्यूटिकल एनालिसिस हो गया, तो इन सब का जब मैं सेमेस्टर के लिए करता था, साइड बाय साइड आई यूज टू रिटेन दैट नॉलेज व्हेन एवर आई यूज टू गो टू सेकंड सेम. मैं सेकंड सेम में गया तो ऐसा नहीं कि मैंने फर्स्ट सेम का भुला दिया, ठीक है. और जब मैं थर्ड सेम में गया, आई यूज टू रिवाइज फ्रॉम फर्स्ट सेम एंड सेकंड सेम. और साइड बाय साइड मैं क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करता रहा, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम इनामदार. तो यही, अगर स्टूडेंट्स बस यही टेक्निक भी फॉलो करेंगे कि जैसे उनका सेमेस्टर का चल रहा है वैसा वो अगर डेली करते रहेंगे, सो इट इज इजी टू क्रैक एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशंस और टॉप 100 में आना. इट वोंट बी दैट डिफिकल्ट. सो आई नेवर स्टडीड फॉर 10 to 12 hours फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट ईयर इटसेल्फ. इट वाज कि डेली पढ़ना है, बट डेली 3 to 3.5 hours बहुत है. बट उसका कंटिन्यूस रिवीजन करना और स्टार्ट अर्ली एंड बी कंसिस्टेंट, दीज आर द ओनली टू प्रिंसिपल्स.
ओके, सो एज अ फार्मा स्टूडेंट हमें हमेशा जो भी हमारा सिलेबस जो हो जाता है, बहुत बार टेंडेंसी स्टूडेंट्स की यही रहती है, एक बार मेरा सेमेस्टर एग्जाम हो गया, आई डोंट हैव टू लुक बैक. ठीक है, सो
एग्जैक्टली,
ये माइंडसेट इज द वर्स्ट एनिमी फॉर यू. ओके, सो दैट वाज अ
राइट.
रियली ग्रेट एक्सप्लेनेशन सर. नाउ और एक जो टर्म कंटिन्यूअसली हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, दैट इज जीडीपीआई राउंड्स. क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स को जीडीपीआई राउंड के बारे में बिल्कुल भी नहीं पता. एवरीवन इज प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर कैट, जीपैट, एवरीथिंग. एंड बट व्हाट इज दिस एग्जैक्टली जीडीपीआई राउंड्स? कैसे उसको क्लियर किया जाता है? एंड क्या एक्सपेक्ट करना चाहिए एज ए स्टूडेंट जीडीपीआई राउंड से?
सी इन जीडी एज स्टैंड्स फॉर ग्रुप डिस्कशन. तो उनको तो रैंडम कोई भी टॉपिक मिलता है, ठीक है. एंड इन दिस राउंड दे जनरली चेक उनका लीडरशिप स्किल्स कितना है, टीम मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स क्या है उनका. ओके, तो दे गिव देम अ जनरल टॉपिक. तो फॉर दिस कम्युनिकेशन हैज टू बी रियली वेरी वेरी गुड. ओके, बिकॉज मेनी स्टूडेंट्स हैव नो, दे हैव नॉलेज, बट जब वो 7 8 10 लोग बैठते हैं जीडी के लिए ना, तो वो सब भूल जाते हैं. ओके, so it's just a discussion. So even through your medium, I'll inform all the students कि don't get tensed. ठीक है, ये तो सिर्फ 7 8 या 10 स्टूडेंट्स का ग्रुप होता है जहाँ पे टॉपिक आपको डिस्कस करना होता है. तो एज यू डिस्कस इन अ टीम, एंड दैट्स आई ऑलवेज से टू स्टूडेंट्स दैट स्टार्ट प्लेइंग स्पोर्ट्स, स्पेशली टीम स्पोर्ट्स, जहाँ पे आपको टीम मैनेजमेंट, टीम नर्चरिंग, ये सब स्किल्स आपको वहाँ सीखने मिलते हैं. ओके, तो फॉर जीडी देयर कम्युनिकेशन हैज टू बी गुड. so that in the group of 18 students, they are able to speak. PIM generally, most of the interviewers, they check their learning curve. They don't have them out of the box questions यहाँ पे, because ये कोई IAS वगैरह का इंटरव्यू नहीं होता है. ओके, तो उसने बी फार्मेसी किया है, तो फार्मेसी उसने क्या क्या सीखा है. दे में आस्क अबाउट कि बेसिक बुक्स आपने कौन सी रेफरेंस बुक्स यूज की है सूटिस के लिए, इकोलॉजी के लिए. और वो बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का तो बायोटेक्नोलॉजी कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे. माइक्रो से होगा, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी को माइक्रोलॉजी के रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे एरोबिक एनारोबिक के ऊपर. जस्ट वांटेड टू सी कि उसका लर्निंग का वो कैसे, तो नहीं उसने सीखा ग्रेजुएशन मतलब अभी सब भूल गया. ये बहुत केसेस में होता है, आई हैव सीन इट. तो दे चेक देयर लर्निंग का, दे चेक देयर कॉन्फिडेंस एंड दे चेक पैशन. ये मैनेजमेंट करना क्यों चाहता है, what is his goal. Okay, because a person who is already attached to goal, chances are very high that he will successful in his life. तो इसमें क्या होता है फिर, वो सिर्फ एक लर्निंग का बेसिक ग्रेजुएशन नॉलेज, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स और पैशन टुवर्ड्स लर्निंग, ये सब चीजें उसमें चेक की जाती है. तो इसके लिए कुछ अलग से प्रिपरेशन नहीं करना पड़ता है. आपको अपना पर्सनैलिटी वो हिसाब से ग्रूम करना होता है, आपको अपना पर्पस लाइफ में ढूंढना पड़ता है, एंड देन योर इंटरव्यू इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. बट यू ट्राई टू फेक इट कि आपको आता नहीं है कुछ, एक्सेप्ट इट पोलाइटली. ऐसा नहीं कि इंटरव्यू में सबको सब कुछ आना चाहिए. नहीं आता, एक्सेप्ट इट कि सर मैंने कहीं तो पढ़ा था बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिकॉल. ओके, इट्स फाइन. बट जहां प्रॉब्लम कहाँ होता है, सब स्टूडेंट झूठ बोलने लग जाते हैं, आता नहीं है, गलत बोल दिया, झूठ बोल दिया, वहां पे फंस जाते हैं. बिकॉज दिस इज डिफाइनिंग एटीट्यूड प्रॉब्लम. जो मैंने आपको एक सक्सेस का, मैंने आपको एक फॉर्मूला बताया, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट उसमें एटीट्यूड वर्ड था. एटीट्यूड जीरो होगा तो आपका सक्सेस जीरो होगा.
Yes.
तो जब आप झूठ बोलना शुरू कर देते हो, फिर आपका एटीट्यूड प्रॉब्लम दिखने लगता है. तो जनरली योर ग्रेजुएशन नॉलेज, योर एंटायर पर्सनैलिटी, योर गोल, ये क्लियर होना चाहिए. नहीं आता है तो नथिंग टू वरी, पोलाइटली एक्सेप्ट कर लो कि सर ये मुझे नहीं आता है, मैं इसको स्टडी कर लूंगा. कोई भी चीज गलत नहीं है इसमें.
Yes.
यस.
Yes, Sachin sir, Amit sir, आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस था regarding this JDPI round and how you were able to clear this round?
Okay, so first I want to say that when I was preparing for it and when I was supposed to give my this round for NMIMS, there aren't any sources available. Like for other, like general MBA, there are a lot of classes who provides courses who prepare you for these, GDPI and all that. But I couldn't find anything related for Pharma MBA on internet or on even YouTube and all that, because I see. So what I did, I spoke to other people who have already done that, who were part of these courses and all this. So I spoke to them. So during my time, because it was just after the COVID, so I did not had a group discussion because all the process was online. So me that during that time they had a call analysis VAT PI. That's called VAT basically. So written analysis test. So they used to provide us an article and on while we were connected to internet, and then they showed us an article of like some 200 words for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we were supposed to write an analysis of it, just like some 100 words out of it. So that was for me instead of doing a GD. But for PI, of course, there were 2-3 panels. There are always 2-3 panels, and in my case, like bad cop and good cop, they play in that. So one will be very, very, very fast questioning, and they'll try to make like they just want to see how you act when you're in pressure, when you're in stress. So he'll ask question, whatever I'm saying, he'll so the one interview, he just kept on denying everything. I don't think this is right. I don't think this way should be that. But the other person was like they were trying to calm me, and also I felt it was like they put you in pressure. They just want to understand how you handle pressure, how you answer when you don't know things. I think it was pretty good, and I like in the next 10 minutes were fine, but I think last 10 minutes I felt it was like a fire. What do you call it? Rapid fire round. Like
Yes.
even I have finished my answer, and then he used to start asking the next question. So he was, because in my case they wanted to understand how much I know about the pharma, because I already had a work experience. So he asked me a little bit about my work experience, whatever challenges I faced, how did I handle, where I was in a situation of leading a project or acting as a leader, how I trained other people, if I have trained, how have I trained, if I make a mistake, how I had learned from it, did I repeat the mistake. So basically, they were trying to mine was mostly on my work experience, because I had almost 3 years of work experience in a research R&D. So they kept on asking, and then the post that again the next what I'm saying, the rapid fire, it was about the pharma industry, how much I know about it. So even from asking them in terms of medical device, the usage, if I know, how I know, how have I read, how I'm very sure what I'm saying, the details. So just like a very, very, very fast, and but it was very interesting. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Am I sir?
Yeah, so like what I feel like when we go to group discussion, what we need to understand the basic motive of group discussion is they want to make sure whether you are able to communicate your ideas properly and whether you are able to perform in a team. Because say when we go for pharma commercial roles, like say pharma brand management, project management, you have to lead a team of people to bring that brand to increase its numbers. So when we go to group discussion, they make sure that like you're not someone who is continuously dominating. You are the one who is expressing their ideas. You are listening to ideas of others as well. You are in a collaborative environment. So that is the main you can say the function of group discussion. That is, they want to just make sure that you are able to express your ideas. You are collaborative with other people. You are proactive and you are listening to their ideas as well. And so even like if students want a reference for some of the topics that we had during our group discussions for pharma companies, so they were like pharma marketing, is it about sales or marketing? Or say another one was, do we need more entrepreneurs or more managers? Or the third one was, is India the really the pharmacy of the world, or should Indian pharma market focus more on innovators than generics? So, and another important thing which I would like to tell students, whenever they will take a stand in a group discussion, say this is the topic that should we focus more on innovators or should we focus on generic medicines? See, I am saying that India should focus on generic medicines itself. It should not move towards the innovator ones. So we should keep that stand till the end. We should not be like, right now I'm saying generics and after 5 minutes I'm saying no, no, innovators is good. So this may like this shows that you yourself, you do not have clarity about the topic. So start from one, pitch your decision, like what towards which side you are in this group discussion, whether it is side A or side B, and stick to that side and listen to others. Make sure that you are emphasizing their points as well and you are respecting their points.
Okay, because uh, एग्जाम्स के बारे में सब लोग पढ़ लेते हैं बट दिस जीडीपीआई राउंड इज एवरीवन व्हिच इज स्कैर्ड ऑफ क्योंकि दिस थिंग इट टोटली डिपेंड्स अपॉन आप एग्जाम्स में पढ़ाई में एकेडमिक्स में छोड़ के क्या कर रहे हैं बेस्ड अपॉन दैट इट विल डिसाइड कि आपका जीडीपीआई राउंड कितना अच्छा जाएगा ओके दैट वाज ग्रेट सर माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन and one of the most important questions for our audience, what is the average starting salary after doing pharma MBA?
I think sir go with this first.
The average salary varies from college to college. Okay. But tentatively ranges from maybe 5 lakhs to almost around 15 lakhs in between. Okay. So that's the range. If you go to top of the institutions of the country, they may offer around 12 to 15 or 10 to 15 lakh rupees. It ranges from 5 to 15 lakh rupees. Okay. Above salary, one more important aspect you should consider is what profile they're getting. Okay. Because generally, some roles like in sales, you get high salaries. Okay. So I always suggest my students to choose a profile before choosing a salary. A profile which you are passionate for. Okay. So salary ranges from 5 to 15 lakhs, and generally they work in different profiles. Different profiles come up with different salary packages. Okay. So this is a range generally across the industry.
So starting salary range अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं तो it will be anywhere from 5 lakhs to 15 lakhs.
Yes.
And what about experienced candidates? उनकी salary, what they can expect after 5 years, 10 years of experience in pharma MBA?
So now last 15 years I'm into this profession. And
Yes.
prior to that, I was working with Amco Pharmaceuticals in product management. Okay. And salaries of the people, it's very difficult to say. Okay. Because there is no SOP. Kitna salary
Yes.
do not have much relevance with your experience. You need to perform, you need to prove yourself. Okay, so in last 15 years, I'm into education. Now, many of my students, they are heading, they're marketing managers, they're VPs, they're directors of the companies. So they are almost in crores. Some of their own startups. Okay, so they started with a small marketing company. Now they have their own manufacturing unit, small injectable plants. Okay, so salary after 5 years, 10 years depend on their performance. But an average student who performs well and reaches to a position of maybe marketing manager or general manager, of 10 years down the line, earn the salary maybe almost about 75 lakhs to 90 lakhs, depending on the company he works and division he works in.
Yes, sir, Sachin sir, you want to add something to it?
Yeah. So in terms of the average salary, yeah, sir, whatever sir mentioned, absolutely agree with it. It's up to students how they get the opportunity. Because in my case, during my time, even there were students who got 25. So it was ranges between 7 to 25. The average was around 9. So I would say it depends on if they can get it. So there's a student who got 19, who got 17, who got 25, who got 10, who got 6, who got 7. So it's up to them how they get in. Also the role depends on. So mostly the high salary you see, it's in sales role only. It can be and the booming area, especially in terms of student who wants to go for a higher salary, I would suggest they should consider medical device, especially
Okay.
robotic medical devices. Like these are having a higher score because it's expanding, it's a growing sector in the country. And in terms of the average salary after 5 years and all, as I mentioned, yeah, it varies company to company. Majorly you see higher salary among multinationals as compared to Indian companies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even here I would like to emphasize one point that was mentioned by Nitpal sir कि जैसे वो बोले कि इनिशियली जो हम करियर की स्टार्ट करते हैं सैलरी के बजाय कि आपको रोल कौन सा पसंद आएगा ना दैट मैटर्स मोर बिकॉज बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि कंपनी इज ऑफरिंग यू हाई पे बट एट द सेम टाइम जो रोल होता है वो रोल नहीं हमें
Mhm.
पसंद आता एंड आफ्टर वन पॉइंट वी फील स्टक इन दैट कि एक दो साल बाद ऐसा होता है कि ये रोल मुझे पसंद नहीं आ रहा और ये रियलाइज होता है कि अब इसके बाद मेरी ग्रोथ नहीं होगी क्योंकि ना वो मुझे रोल पसंद आ रहा है ना मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि क्या कर सकते हैं और ऐसा तो ऐसे बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स होते हैं स्टूडेंट्स के साथ सो मैं स्टूडेंट्स को भी वही सजेस्ट करूंगा कि जो उन्हें रोल पसंद है कि अगर उन्हें से ब्रांड मैनेजमेंट पसंद है प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट पसंद है और कोई से दूसरा फील्ड है वो उन्हें नहीं पसंद है तो गो भले ही उसमें स्टार्टिंग सैलरी थोड़ी भी कम होगी ना तो फिर अपना जो पैशन है या फिर जिसमें आप अच्छे हो ना उसमें जाना आपको ये रियलाइज होगा कि आफ्टर 30 to 35 years जब ऑलमोस्ट रिटायरमेंट के टाइम पर होंगे आपको ये रियलाइज होगा कि आपने बहुत कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट किया अगर ऐसा होता कि आपने एक दूसरे रोल से स्टार्ट किया जो स्टार्टिंग सैलरी हाई दे रही थी बट आफ्टर सम पॉइंट अगर आपको वहां पर समझ में नहीं आ रहा आपको अगर आपको पसंद नहीं आ रहा यू विल फील स्टक कंप्लीटली so instead of salary more I'll say focus on what is your passion and what you are good at.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I want to add
Yes.
one more point here. Since you mentioned about in terms of how the roles and your like and dislike matters, there are also companies which provide a very different kind of roles which doesn't exist anywhere else. So while choosing the role, you might have a good package. They might give you a good salary and all that, but those role doesn't exist anywhere else. So choosing, even deciding with the, even before going with that role, you should also look into the market if these kind of roles are available anywhere else. Because you don't want to like work for, I mean, I don't know about other people, but I'm pretty sure that nobody wants to just work in one organization for their whole life. They want to keep on change. They want to change. So you have to look into the role and then choose if you want to really want that role.
Okay. So all in all, एक फार्मा स्टूडेंट को आफ्टर हिज ग्रेजुएशन एंड मास्टर्स rather than looking for the starting salary उसका जो एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ होने वाला है दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन द स्टार्टिंग सैलरी ओके yes yes with same there is also one very interesting thing and वो इंडिया में स्पेशली बहुत ज्यादा ब्लूम कर रही है that is startup and entrepreneurship so pharma MBA can it support obviously it's going to support on what level a pharma MBA supports your entrepreneurship journey and your startup journey.
See, most of the institutions, they have their own incubation center, startup centers. It is not mandatory for almost all the colleges by NEP, National Education Policy. एंड वेरी सॉरी टू से बट ना, जो कोविड के बाद फार्मा में स्टार्टअप्स हुए ना, most of the startups in pharma IT, we call pharma IT startups, they're not from pharmacy people, they're from IT professionals. So college need to have a good startup culture, ताकि जो बी फार्म या जो भी स्टूडेंट्स लास्ट ईयर में प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, ओके, एंड दे कम विद समथिंग न्यू, so these colleges should help them to incubate their startup ideas, to help them to make them available whatever fundings are required for the processes and for the things, to help them get the patent registered. तो यहाँ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी स्टूडेंट से ज़्यादा एक इंस्टीट्यूशन की आ जाती है, जो उनको पूरा एक इकोसिस्टम डेवलप करके दे, ताकि वो अपना जो भी स्टार्टअप आइडिया है उसको नर्चर करके मार्केट में ला पाए. तो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑलमोस्ट ऑल द कॉलेजेस टू इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर. एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का सेल्स होते हैं, ई सेल्स वी कॉल देम, ई सेल्स होने चाहिए, एंड दे हेल्प देम बोथ financially in process from patent point of view, to make their startup idea a reality.
Yes, Sajjan sir,
No,
Amay
we
sir, you
do
want to
have.
add
We have
something?
a very. We also member of PMA, and we have a very strong incubation center and e-cell, wherein we help students. Generally, pharma से जो आते हैं graduation के बाद, उनको कुछ ideas हैं. We help them to incubate those ideas. क्योंकि student ना, they have knowledge, but वो they don't have that network. वो ecosystem का part उनको बनाना बहुत जरूरी होता है. And I think that is initiative. Even this year when I attended IPC, तो उसमें ये बहुत बड़ा डिस्कशन था that if you want to bring a new molecule or become innovator in pharma, across all parts of society should contribute. Just blaming government or DCGI or students or any faculty, okay, is not the solution. So we should develop that ecosystem, and institutions are very much the active members of those ecosystem, and they should come ahead, should have e-cell, incubation cell, and help of students to make their startup ideas into a reality.
Yes. Amay sir, Sajjan sir, you want to add something?
I think sir has covered everything, but I just wanted to tell here one thing that so I know somebody from my own batch. After working in marketing for almost 1 year, he started his own firm. So he started with three products. So he started catering the areas which are not catered very well by so many pharma companies. Basically, East Northeast. So he focused in Northeast and started promoting few of his brand. So I'm saying he worked in marketing. He saw the opportunity. He realized pharma companies are not catering so much in Northeast, and what kind of product they are not catering. He saw the opportunity. He came with two three products, and he had his own marketing team. Now he's promoting his brands there. So yeah, so there is opportunity. I think you see it, and then you have to have a courage to do it, and then yeah.
It's very important to find out the lacuna, gap कहाँ पे
Yeah.
बहुत जरूरी है. अभी हमारा एक स्टूडेंट है, okay, what he did, he said कि now AI is next big thing. A pharma company में बिना, the employees don't know much about AI. They know but how to get it implemented, how to make the use of AI. So what he did, he started a company. First, initially freelancing, he recruited some AI experts, and through his network, he contacted pharma companies. So he developed a niche business model where he's helping pharma company, or he's helping product managers specifically in pharma companies to make use of AI in their strategy development and implementation. Okay, so once students start working in the market, they are able to find out those lacunas की gap कहाँ पे है, and with their experience and network, they do startups, and many of them are successful.
Yes, Amay sir, you want to add something?
No, nothing. Both have summed it up quite well.
Okay, okay. Uh, we have very limited time, but हमें स्टूडेंट्स के पास स्पेशली आप तीनों के लिए बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आए हैं. अमॉन्ग दीज क्वेश्चंस इफ यू आर देयर जो हम आपको पूछना चाहते हैं, लेट मी जस्ट सर्च दिस क्वेश्चंस. ओके, सो वन क्वेश्चन जो था और बहुत ज्यादा ये अभी जो है स्टूडेंट्स को पसंद आता है, दैट is there opportunity for work from home if you do pharma MBA and all? और क्या हमें वर्क फ्रॉम होम का सोचना चाहिए, और इज इट कंप्लीटली फील्ड वर्क?
सी आई विल से कि वर्क फ्रॉम होम मिलते हैं ऑफ कोर्स अगर हम कंसल्टिंग या फिर आईटी जैसे रोल्स में जाते हैं, बट आई विल से कि वर्क फ्रॉम होम करियर के स्टार्ट में तो नहीं प्रेफर करना चाहिए। कि बिकॉज सी
Yes,
जब आप
yes.
ऑफिस में और जाते हो, यू गेट अ कोलैबोरेटिव एनवायरनमेंट, यू गेट टू लर्न फ्रॉम योर पीयर्स। सो एटलीस्ट माय ओपिनियन इज एट द स्टार्ट ऑफ करियर वर्क फ्रॉम होम शुड नॉट बी प्रेफर्ड।
Okay.
Okay, so I would say, okay, so I work from home mostly.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah. So mine, I wouldn't say it's like completely work from home, but mostly I work from home because my office is in Bangalore.
Yes.
Once in a while, once in a month or twice a month, we meet here in co-working spaces, whatever the Bombay team is here. And sometimes I have to visit clients because I'm into consulting roles. My clients are in Bombay, so I visit my clients, but mostly I work from home. It's interesting also, but then again, as he mentioned that, it becomes over the years you wanna work out of office. So luckily we have a sometime we have a office. So I think it's hybrid should be good, I would say, instead of like
And
looking for a
yes.
completely work from home. But there are a lot of research roles. If you're pure into like a, let's just say IQB, Ipsos, a lot of research companies, which in that cases, if you working with a US or UK team, or let's just say Singapore team and all, then you can completely work from home also. So there are a lot of roles you can work from home completely.
So generally, what happens when you join sales or brand management, there is no option. You have to work from office, you have to work in the field, especially market research and consulting. Some companies they have hybrid model and some companies you work from home. But am I rightly said I support him initially at least for a year you to work from office. Maybe hybrid model. Maybe you go once or twice in a week to in the office for a collaborative learning. Okay, but see, companies are giving work from home and they are getting the work done. Okay, so as they are finding a successful model, fine. So I think there is no problem working from home or whatever unless you do your job on time and then you keep on growing in your career.
Yes. So next question is from Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Pharmacy, Kolhapur. Samruddhi is asking, does Pharma MBA actually have scope? And if yes, then why it has less package compared to other general MBA? Maybe this question is wrong, or maybe some kind of knowledge that student should have कि ऐसा नहीं है कि normally जो है pharma MBA को कम मिलता है. So what is your view on this question?
I wouldn't say it's about the package or the course. It's about the university and the kind of exposure they have to the industry. So as I already mentioned in the industry, so whatever even the top universities also provide package, let's just say between 15 to 25 or 15 to 50 or whatever. So I'm saying even, so as I mentioned, it was some of the student got 25 in my college itself during in my batch itself. So I'm saying it's up to the student as well. It shouldn't be about the course and all. It should be more about the student because opportunities, colleges provides opportunities. Companies are coming to hire. It's up to their ability to get into it. So yeah.
See, Sachin
Yeah.
rightly said. Even I agree with what he said. Okay. Actually, we are the very respected and knowledge-driven industry. Okay, and if you see that once you climb up the ladder in pharma industry, getting replacement of your job profile or your replacement becomes very difficult compared to other industries. Okay, there is nothing like if you compare the salaries of top management or mid-level management across all pharma companies or other countries, it's almost similar. It's almost similar. ऐसा कहीं नहीं कि फार्मा को पैकेज कम मिलता है और बाकी को ज्यादा मिलता है. Okay.
Mhm.
It also depends on the skill set. What generally we do, we compare with the best. ये human tendency है, human psychology है. Okay. And when we compare with the best and we are not the best, तो obviously हमारा salary कम ही होगा. Okay. But when you compare with counterparts, the salary is almost similar across all domains and industries. Not much difference. It varies from company to company. In fact, if you join global multinationals and what Sachin earlier said, if you join devices, okay, salaries are quite good compared to other industries. I've seen
Okay.
people working in devices with just 3 or 4 years of experiences and they're into niche devices in neurosurgery, earning package of 45, 50 lakh rupees per annum, just expense of 3 to 4 years. My own student is working in some of the companies in devices. It's difficult to get entry, not that easy compared to formulations, But yes, packages are quite higher compared to other industries and devices.
Wanted to add to what
Yes.
Sir said. It's also because the company and even the industry saw the scope in this field in the medical devices. That's why now they're the engineering courses very, very specific to medical devices, which wasn't the case during when I was like opting for, let's just say, B Farm or trying to get into medicals too. So now, since they are seeing the scope, and also like now there's a, what do you say? They also want to kind of cover intersection between devices and AI, how they can implement both together. So yeah.
Yes. So next question is from Meru Jain from LTIP Pune. Where do you think a pharma business strategy fails to align with actual patient needs or actual pharma needs, healthcare needs? What are your opinions on it?
See, structure in pharma or Indian scenario is very different. We have a mediator, a doctor. ओके, यहाँ पे डॉक्टर को भगवान मानते हैं इंडिया में, ठीक है. Pharmacy do not have major role to play other than dispensing medicines. While if you go to developed nations, the pharmacy too has a say in prescriptions. And that is how this the course of clinical pharmacy was launched in India. With the say भाई pharmacy को भी हम उतना strong बनाएं, ठीक है. तो generally we are catering the needs of patients through doctors. We directly cannot reach patients. Okay. So as we directly cannot reach patients, see, we are highly regulated. Generally, actually the question requires a time to discuss. Generally, we
Yes.
say 4 P's in marketing. Marketing is the 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. And in pharma, all these P's are regulated. Product is regulated by CDSCO, FDA. Price is regulated by NPPA. Again, promotion is regulated by UCPMP guidelines. Okay. So we're highly regulated industry. And because of these regulations, we have both pros and cons in promoting the product. As we say, we cannot directly promote product to the final consumer. Okay, we do not promote self-medication as he's not aware. We have to go through doctor. Okay, and that is one of the reason why strategies fail. Okay,
Okay.
and it happens across all industries. Does not mean that strategies fail only in pharma industry. Okay, strategies phrase across almost all industries. And just to inform you that if you see top 10 companies, the latest IQVI report, 9 out of top 10 companies are from Indian origin. Sun Pharma, Cipla, Mankind, they're Indian companies. This means you are very, very successful in implementing the strategies. Very, very successful. That is why, because we understand the intricacies of environment in India, micro and macro environmental factors, we do it well. We manage it well, or we understand it well. And that is why 9 of our top 10 companies are from Indian origin.
So Kalyani Bhatt from Baramati, she is asking, what mistakes do pharmacy students commonly make when transitioning into pharma MBA? Yeah, what mistakes you have made that you think कि yeah, ये mistake जो है मैंने की थी.
Hmm. I think Sir should be more aware of those
Mhm.
questions.
Yes.
See, one common mistake students do, it's across not only pharma, it's across everybody. When they step into MBA, they have a big thing कि what package I'll be getting. ओके, तो एवरीबडी कम्स टू
Yes.
दैट प्राइस टैग कि मैं यहाँ पे अभी एमबीए करूंगा, मुझे 15 लाख, 12 लाख, 17 लाख मिलना चाहिए. ओके, वेरी फ्यू ऑफ देम कम फॉर लर्निंग. नहीं, आई लर्न, आई एम हियर टू लर्न. ओके, आई एम हियर टू अचीव माई गोल. तो कॉमन मिस्टेक्स होता है कि गोल नहीं होता है. आई ऑल्सो लेट यू नो वन मोर थिंग. पीपल व्हेन आई आस्क टेक देयर इंटरव्यूज, दे यूजुअली से भाई आपको फार्मा एमबीए क्यों करना है? सो मुझे एम फार्म नहीं करना है, इसलिए मुझे फार्मा एमबीए करना है. फार्मा एमबीए इज नॉट अ
Yes.
चॉइस
Yes.
फॉर देम. इट इज बाय चांस कि भाई एम फार्म नहीं करना है, क्योंकि एम फार्म मेरे कॉलेज में स्टूडेंट थे काफी, एम फार्म किया, 20-25-25 हजार का जॉब लगा, मुझे वो नहीं करना है, तो अभी कुछ ऑप्शन है नहीं, फार्मा एमबीए सुना है तो इसलिए फार्मा एमबीए करना है. तो फर्स्ट दे शुड स्टडी व्हाट इज फार्मा मैनेजमेंट. इसमें जॉब ऑप्शंस क्या क्या होते हैं, उसमें मेरा स्वॉट एनालिसिस खुद का क्या है, मुझे उसमें से क्या पसंद है, मुझे क्या आता है. ओके, एंड दे शुड डू अ बेसिक एनालिसिस एंड एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल ऑन नेट टुडे. और दे कैन हैव अ मेंटोर. आजकल ना लिंक्डइन पे भी अच्छे अच्छे मेंटोर्स मिल जाते हैं. ठीक है, इफ यू कनेक्ट विद देम, so they should have those mentors to guide them, because generally when they enter into management they are not aware कि मुझे इसका जॉब क्या मिलेगा. प्रॉब्लम वहां से शुरू होता है, अरे ये तो मुझे करना ही नहीं था, क्योंकि उसने स्टडी नहीं किया पहले कि करना क्या है. तो मुझे करना ही नहीं था, तो अभी करूं क्या. तो उसका तो फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर पूरा वो टेंशन में ही चला जाता है. अरे मुझे करना नहीं था, मुझे तो क्लिनिकल रिसर्च में जाना था, लेकिन मैंने एडमिशन फार्मा एमबीए में ले लिया. इसीलिए ना फर्स्ट स्टडी व्हाट आर द जॉब ऑप्शंस आफ्टर डूइंग फार्मा एमबीए, व्हाट इज योर लाइकिंग. ओके, फॉर दोज जॉब प्रोफाइल्स आप उसमें से क्या करना चाहते हो. वंस यू आर क्लियर कट विथ इट, देन व्हेन यू एंटर यू आर फोकस्ड, यू हैव अ गोल इन लाइफ, एंड देन यू स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर नेक्स्ट 2 years अकॉर्डिंगली. तो बच्चों का मेन प्रॉब्लम होता है कि वो स्टडी नहीं करते हैं कि प्रोफाइल्स क्या हैं.
I wanted to add two
Yes.
points to Sir's point here. The first point is about what you should, in terms of like expecting, is that it's not similar to B Farm, because then when you join MBA, it's more becomes a collaborative study. So we'll all have a group of 5 or 10, depends on the universities, and you have to work with the group. So like every semester or trimester, will have projects. So you have to learn to work in a team. It's not like a solo study like you have to do by yourself. Even the class works on a discussion. So like I remember all most of my lectures where it's just a class discussion. Like there's a topic, and then and also the professors are not called professors, they are called instructors. So they give
Okay.
instruction. It's mostly a discussion. You have to bring your own point with your own background. So if you have an engineering background, you can look at the same point through your engineering background. If you have a pharma background, you can look through it a pharma background. Biotech, you have background, you can look through a biotech background. So I'm saying it should be a very collaborative approach to it. And the second point, what Sir mentioned, that you should reach out to people through LinkedIn and get a mentor. So I have been doing that. So the student reach out to me through LinkedIn and all that. And one of the student was even connected, like last year was got connected by Sachin Sir only, and he reached out to me, and then I think Sachin shared my number, and I mentored him throughout. He's a student from a, he also cleared his GPAT. He's from Jalgaon, and he was like, I don't know where to find these things, where to find resources for GDP and all these courses and all. So I helped him and mentored him, and he got into, like, now he got into an MIMS, and now I think he also got placed in his internship. So I'm saying it's a very good thing to kind of reach out to people on LinkedIn and talk to them, clear your doubts and all that. It's people do respond to, and even I'm open to, if any student wants to reach out, I'm
Yes.
very open to. I'm very active on LinkedIn that way. So yeah.
Be great, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
Amay sir, you want to add something?
Yeah, actually, the same point I wanted to extend what Sachin sir mentioned, that it in MBA it's not only about academics but also about networking. Because in future when we will be applying for say job switches and everything, referrals they are the most important source, and these referrals they come via networking itself. So in MBA, like one should not only focus on like pure academics. Of course, those are important, but networking is as equally important.
Okay. So let's just conclude this session. Okay, with a rapid fire questions. Okay, I will ask one question in just one word or one sentence. I want all of you to answer it. Okay, first we will go with Dr. Nipal Singh sir, then Sachin Mishra sir, then Amay sir. Okay, we will start. First question: one book recommendation for pharma MBA students.
Pharma Marketing in India by Mr. Subarao Shaganti.
I'll say Pharmacology by KD Tripathi for all the therapy knowledge.
Yes. Okay.
I will say The Perfect Pill by Gauri Chaudhary. It is about pharma brand management.
One must master skill.
Communication.
Uh, all the tools, Excel, PPT, and Power BI.
I will say emotional intelligence. Your mental toughness should be equally, it is equally important.
Okay. Pharma MBA or general MBA? Your verdict.
Obviously, if he wants to work in pharma industry, then pharma MBA.
If you can get into a top university for general MBA, then go for general MBA, because again you can switch to pharma MBA. But if you just don't want to take a chance and you want to be in pharma MBA, then pharma MBA. If you just want to be in pharma industry, then do pharma MBA.
Same, pharma MBA.
Yes. Now, last question. Your final piece of advice for pharma students for pharma MBA.
Come again. What's your question?
What is your final piece of advice for pharma students?
Okay. Work on the process. Don't think much about the results. If your process is good, you follow the process properly, results are bound to come.
Uh, do your own research, read through it very properly, talk to people across industry, talk to people across roles, and before even you choose anything, you do proper research, and then based on that, then go for whatever the role you want to choose.
For me, it will be consistency is the key. Stay consistent on your path.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. It was a really great session. As we come to the end of this insightful session, on behalf of CD University, I would like to sincerely thank you for being a part of this National E-Conference on Pharma MBA. We look forward to connecting with you in many more impactful sessions ahead. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Sure.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, Amay and Sachin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Same here, sir.
yeah.
It
Okay.
was great connecting with you all.
I will end the meeting now. Thank you.